reports and stuff. I work at a radio station and invented Hooper Super for invisible dogs, which is very important in business sense. So the radio station just had a pledge drive, and I wrote a new donation page for that using Active Merchant, and then realized 3 days in that they needed to actually port out of that. So Ruport is a really cool kind of quick and easy Ruby-based reporting system. Get it through that very long thing, or just you gem install Ruport and require Ruport in your environments. So this is just for future reference in my very long presentation. We've got like supporters of like a person with donations and mini gifts, premiums, like a thank you gift, t-shirt or something. And we want to get like a list of donations made last week, whatever. So this is kind of what we want to be able to do. Just give me a report, start and end date. So in the model, once you've installed Ruport, you can just say acts as reportable, and you need to do that in every model that is included in your report. So like this is basically 3 models, so each of these models would have to have acts as reportable set up on it. And then you can just give me your report table, select all, and return it, and you're done. And it gives you just a dump of everything. If there's more, actually I have one of those screens on every presentation thing. You can do kind of all your basic active record stuff, conditions, so like start and end date, set in order, that kind of thing. You can give an only condition and say I just want these 3 fields. You include those other models, so I want to obviously get the name and address and everybody of the people that have donated. So I've got only for the donation, which is like the amount and when it's created, and then include a supporter with just the fields I want from that kind of thing. You can reorder the fields because it'll just kind of dump them out in a random order. So just report, reorder, and then just the list of fields that you want in order. Some of these are kind of prefixed with the model name and some are not. I think the secondary models are the ones that you need to prefix. You can rename the columns, so just a list with column names and then new names for them in order. 2 arrays, and that'll give you different headings. Okay, I've never done one of these, I'm just playing around. You can get it in a bunch of different formats for free, text, CSV, HTML, even PDF, which I haven't tried, but it's supposed to work pretty well. You can do groupings. So if you did that donations report and you wanted to group them by date or by city or something like that, you can just do that like that. And this is just straight from the docs, just 3 different ways you can group things in the reports. And chronic, which I was going to talk about. So in the controller, I wanted to send in the start and end date. So one way to do that is do the date select thing that Rails gives you, but it's kind of ugly and there's drop-down boxes and nobody likes to click on them. Or you can do a JavaScript kind of pop-up calendar. But I'm lazy, so I installed Chronic like that, and what that gives you is it's a really cool plugin that you can just pass it some kind of string that makes reasonable English sense as a time or date, and it'll parse it into a time. So you can give it just yesterday, and it'll give you yesterday at midnight or something, and last Monday. You can say context is the past, so July 1st would be the last July 1st that happened, or except the future, something like that. 3 hours from now would work, and 3 months would work. And it returns a time, so if you just want a date, you can set it to date. Page. So back to the controller. This is actually from the code there, so I'm just passing in. They have 2 text fields where they can type in whatever start and end date they want. Chronic parses it, and then I make it a file and send it to them. And that's it. Questions?
When you saved it as a file,
Uh-huh.
did you have to do that? Or can you just send file, it's like the second to last file?
Right. Probably not. I mean, this part here?
Okay. Yeah, my original question was just how do you send the different content types to the browser, but that answers it.
Yeah, they want to download a CSV version to play around with in their spreadsheets, but if you want to just throw it to a page, you could just say, give me the report, and then render as text or something. You know? Or you can,
instead of line type in the output. So you wouldn't have to write it to disk first. And then
right. If you're not sending them a CSV file, you can do something like, if I can find it here. Yeah, just throw it in one of those things.
Cool.
Do you know of any other plugins or gems that would actually make a graph out of the data that you send?
Yeah, actually, if you go to the report page, there's an example of using CSVG, or what, I'm sorry, what was it?
I said graph.
Yeah, it might be graph, yeah. Makes a little bar graph. Right.
actually, if you go to the railsmd.com, their podcast, they talked about a Flash-based graph library. It seems really good. It takes XMLs as input, structured XMLs input.
Cool.
And does graphing. So I don't know if you could take the output of Ruport and you could probably transform it to XML and it would be happy with.
Mhm.
CSV, that's all.
Yeah, that's probably true.
This is a
Free.
recent
No,
library.
yeah, it's free with a little ad, but I think it's only like 150 euros or something.
Yeah.
So it's pretty.
We're using it in admin software for one of our
Yeah,
projects.
the graphs seem, I haven't spent a long time looking, but the graphs seem really nice.
Yeah.
Very professional looking.
There's a reasonably rich API with Rupert that's they're improving. So you can probably pipe it